But the thing about addiction, and I think we've seen this in our discussions, like with you being incredibly honest about, your struggling.
Ironically.
But in the All Too Human series, Nico just talked about all the things that he was lying, the facade he was trying to put up, hiding his little shooters around the house, letting his girlfriend find one because he knew he had 3 others hidden, and lying about that. My sister, when she came on the All Too Human episode, talked about how she lied to her husband about gambling. I remember my dad, he would do the same thing. These are all addicts, of course. That he would lie about things, and it's like, you're my fucking dad. Please don't lie to me.
Right.
And I remember this one time, I was having financial issues trying to keep up with this car payment that I had that he had helped me get, and he was working at a car dealership at the time, and he's also in full blown addiction his whole life. And he said, "I'll take the car from you, and I will go sell it at my business place. It's obviously not going to be sold in an hour. It takes days, sometimes weeks, to sell a vehicle. But we'll bring it into our shop, we'll clean it up, we'll sell it, we'll pay off your remaining loan balance so you don't default, so your car does not get repossessed," right? Mm-hmm. I said, okay, awesome. That just takes all the stress off my hand. Here, take the car. I got a little beater or whatever. I can drive around. And so for weeks I'm thinking, my dad is taking care of this. He is going to sell that car. I'm going to get out of this fucking loan, etc. And then eventually it starts becoming incredibly clear to me, like very slowly over weeks, oh, fuck, he's just driving it. Like my sister saw him driving it out, that he's now just using this as his personal get-around vehicle without having to pay anything. Mm-hmm. And it's like, that's what a betrayal of your own child, that you would take their vehicle knowing that they're in threat of repossession, and you're saying, I'll handle this for you. And instead of handling it and paying off that loan and preventing me from having the devastating hit to my credit that a repossession represents, you selfishly use it to get around yourself.
And I guarantee, just like...
my car eventually got repossessed. Well, and me and my dad had a huge blowouts. Like, the only time I really screamed at him was at this moment when I found out, and I called him. I'm like, hey, what's up with my car? And he started trying to lie. He immediately started going into, like, lie mode.
Yeah.
And I said, Dad, I know for a fucking fact, because of A, B, and C, that you have my fucking car and you're not fucking selling it. And he's like, and I was like, that's fucking bullshit. And I had this huge fucking screaming match. First time and only time in my life where I, like, screamed at my fucking dad, like, fuck you. And if he was in my face, it might have got physical. And it was because I had this deep sense of fucking betrayal. But it was driven first and foremost by his addiction, his compulsive use, and his world of lies that he's built,
And the other thing is that, which, by the way, it almost seems justified to give him a little yelling. But,
yeah, absolutely.
But I guarantee he thought this too, and I guarantee... this is what happens with a lot of those things, is with addicts, and alcoholics as well too. Is just this thought of, I guarantee he had a plan. I guarantee he had some plan where
he always had plans.
Where he was gonna use your car just to get around. But I need your car to get around to do X, Y, and Z.
Great point.
Gambling, like, that's a big thing. Like, with Katie, I guarantee she was like, I'm going to make this money. She said that. I remember.
She said that, yeah.
I'm going to make this money back. For me, it was a lot of times where if it had anything to do with money, with lying, if you're like, I'm going to work like overtime, extra hours. One, I probably should check the overtime's available. Two, my ass is like, I'm a day-to-day alcoholic at this time, where it was just like, dude, you ain't working overtime. You barely get by with just the bare minimum of hours you got to work. Like, but you have this plan. And
where in your head is like, I'm doing a shitty thing for a greater good.
I'm lying, but
I'll
I'm
make it right eventually.
Right,
but you never quite get around to making it right.
And they don't have to know about that.
Yes.
Like, I'll one day just walk away from this, be like, plan, successfully done. I won't tell them about it. I won't even need to, because it all went according to plan on the outside. And not to be the defender of addicts or alcoholics, but to give you the mindset is that. I got the same thing too, where people are just like, David, the worst thing of all of it is not the drinking or anything, it's the lying. And the thing that's so hard, like, I think the biggest distance between, and I've seen this in treatment, people have family team sessions, not that I snuck in to watch them, but they told me, what happened afterwards. But just seeing people talk about the biggest, I think one of the hardest connections to make, which I wish just both parties could understand, is that the addict and alcoholic party needs to understand how much the lying hurts them. That it's like, just because you're lying about drinking and you're not lying about infidelity, or you're not lying about stealing money, or you're not lying about whatever hurtful thing, just because it's just about drinking doesn't mean it's not nothing. It hurts them. And then the other side, if they could just, I guess it's hard to really convey this thing to them on a deep level, but you have to understand that lying is to protect our life source. It is on this. I told you before is that I would actually break into two different lies in my life. There was the amoral lies, or there was the moral lies that are like, the ones where I was doing something morally bad. And then there was maintenance lies.
Maintenance lies.
And that's why I coined the term maintenance lies. But in a serious way, it's just like, I don't want to lie to you. I don't really want to. But the problem is like, you're asking me to be honest. Well, here's the thing. If I tell you, yes, I am drinking, then you're going to want to take that away from me. Like if some people don't, though, that's when you start doing like stupid lies, like when you're just like lying to you or something. It's like, I don't need to lie. You're not going to take away the drinking. But, a lot of times my mom or my significant other would just be like, why didn't you just tell me you were drinking? Like, you could just tell me. I go, no, because then you'll take it away. Or no, because then that means I have to quit drinking.
Right.
And I don't want to do that. And like that seems like it's just a simple thing. It's just like, well, yeah, but it's like, that fear drives even the stupidity of lies. You're just telling the dumbest lies possible. Like the one going through all that stuff and having the bottle right there. It's because there's this like deep fear that you have to protect this thing.
Right.
And lying is the only way you can really like do that in a sense.
Right.
And that fear is so deep. Is that why we like lie so much and so often to loved ones? Is because it's like it's all in order, for the most part. It's all in order to protect this thing that we desperately need to, quote unquote, need to keep doing.
Absolutely.